So, Azzi Fudd is a player for UConn, and she was expected to be one of the top first round pick in this year's draft. This year's draft is a weird one, where I'm not joking. Like, I'm not joking when I say this, if the Mystics pass on Dominique Malonga, she might fall to the second round. I've seen mock drafts again have Georgia Amore as high as 3. I've seen her as low as 17. I've seen Haley Van Lith between the third round and pick 7. It's mad. But one player, obviously, that is a big name is Azzi Fudd. And I actually had Azzi Fudd going 5th, just outside the lottery, when I did my mock draft. And Azzi Fudd is actually going back to UConn. It says here she needs to work on everything she needs to work on, believes one final year will help her take game to a new level. And to be fair, she's got 1 year as a number 2 option on the team. Which, I mean, she was at different stages in her career, but she's got another year as number 2 option. You might say, oh no, she's number 1. No, Sarah Strong's better than her. Sarah Strong is better than Azzi Fudd. But this is a real shock. Like, I don't know if, again, look, with the way NIL money is, she probably would make more money being a star at UConn than she would going to a team and coming off the bench in the WNBA for like brand money. So it makes sense from that perspective to stay at UConn. I do think just as purely basketball perspective, I don't think it makes any difference if she takes another year out. Like, it's not going to affect her draft position. Like, Paige is a super senior and she's going to be the number 1 pick, and like Azzi Fudd's going to be a super senior again next year. I don't see her being number 1. Like, I don't see her going over Tania Latson. Like, I genuinely do think Tania Latson is going to go number 1 next year's draft. You got Latson, you got Lauren Betts. Actually, to be fair, if a team needs a big, you can take Lauren Betts. She's a mega player. You never know. Reagan Beers I rate really highly. Also, I'm trying to think who else in next year's draft. Awafam from the Spanish player, and I think her draft position depends on Malonga. Like, if Malonga can even just see the floor, like if Malonga even sees the floor next year, not being good, not being an all rotation player, if she even sees the floor, like Awafam could be a top 3 or 4 pick, but because of obviously her age, she's not quite Malonga as far as just upside, but 6'4" length, very reminiscent of Awak Kuier. Or, for example, if Kuier comes back to Dallas this year and is good, or heck, even if and if somehow Malonga makes the all-rookie team, if Malonga makes the all-rookie team, Awafam might go number 1 next year's draft. Like, it would be that crazy a thing. But you've got, obviously, with Azzi, she's going back. And look, I do think it might be a smart decision. It might be a smart decision for her. She can probably break into a better position in the draft, because I don't think 2026... I don't think it's as deep as 2025, the draft. I'm trying to think of what juniors there are. I just want to look at the WNBA mock draft in 2026. Obviously, you've got... So 8 days ago, somebody posted this as their projected top 5 on Reddit. Had Reagan Beers in the top 5. Azzi Fudd's better than Reagan Beers. So Azzi Fudd goes into there. Flaw J definitely as of right now. Kiki Rice, yeah. Like, it's just, you never know. There's no clear-cut number 1. Like, Olivia Miles could be in this draft, to be honest. Lauren Batts, Awafam, like, she is 6'6". She's definitely bigger than 6'4". Azzi Fudd, Cody McMahon. Garrison shoots the lights out. Ashton Watkins. There's no way Reagan Beers falls out of the first round. If Janiah Barker goes next year's draft, Janiah Barker will be a first rounder just on potential. But yeah, there's a very clear top 4 next draft to our Betts, Flaw J, Latson, and Awafam. And yeah, it would be interesting. Betts number 1, Latson number 2. Like, Flaw J, like, you just never know, because there's no Paige Beckers in next year's draft. There's really not, like, and also, to be fair, for Azzi Fudd, she'll make more money in the WNBA if she waits another year. She'll make more money in UConn, and she'll also make more money in a rookie contract in the WNBA. And also, it increases the likelihood of her going to a Valkyries or a Toronto Tempo or a Portland basketball team, where she's suddenly she's going to go into the WNBA and get more minutes. And she's going to be better in a year's time than she is now. Because, like, look, she's obviously been pretty good this year. She's had a lot of highs and lows, but, like, she wasn't healthy to start the year. She only played a couple of minutes the first time they played USC. She's only really been healthy in the year of 2025. So she's had quite a lot of time where she hasn't been. So, yeah, like, look, when I saw this, I was like, I don't see why she's doing this. But the more time, like, I spend looking into this, I'm like, okay, yeah. It makes the most sense for her. Like, win or lose this year, you go out for a year. You be a super senior for a year. You have a good season in a draft where you're going to probably be drafted higher next year than you were this year. And then, not only that, you're going to make more money and you're going to continue to make your name for yourself without Paige Beckers and not realistically being Paige Beckers' friend. Like, as much as she's been a big player, she was a number one recruit, but let's be real. She was known as Paige Beckers' friend for quite a while. And when we look at, when we even look at Kate Martin, Kate Martin was known as Paige Beckers' friend for quite a long time. So at least now it's at the stage where, like, she's not known as Paige Becker's friend. Caitlin Clark's friend. Kate Martin's not Caitlin Clark's friend. Kate Martin is a player in her own right, and having a year away from Paige probably could help that, to be honest. So yeah, I'd be shocked to see her fall to go below 6 or 7 in next year's draft. To be fair, I don't think she falls below 9 in this year's draft. But it's not a bad decision, especially with the way women's college basketball is so much bigger than the WNBA. And it's better to be a star in college with the way NIL money is. You don't walk into an NBA contract where you're getting $10 million. If you're the first pick, you're getting $10 million on your rookie contract. You're making, Azzi Fudd's going to be making 7 figures in NIL money. And if she's sitting on the end of a WNBA bench, which is a legit possibility, like if she ended up getting drafted, let's just say she falls to 11. She gets drafted by the Lynx, she's sitting on the end of that bench. If she gets drafted by the Liberty, she's sitting on the end of that bench. So it seems to be a smart decision. And again, as I've said, increasing the chance that you're drafted by one of the 3 expansion teams increases your chance of actually breaking into a rotation early in her WNBA career. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think that Azzi Fudd should go to the WNBA? Do you guys think she shouldn't? And to be fair, it's another year for her to get healthy, which is why, like, in a couple of years' time, like, I wouldn't have any issue to see if Juju Watkins took a super senior year, if she's making more money there, and just to get healthy, depending on how she looks in her first full season back. Like, that's a big one. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.